Thanks very much indeed, Paul. Dennis, 8 rounds, that's good. Andy Lee and David Hay praising you, saying that you looked a bit mature, you were using your brain, you were thinking. I thought you had to work harder than I've ever seen you work. Is that fair comment in the pro ring?
Yeah, of course it is, but I fought a tough kid in there. Pedro Matos, he fought for the European title in that, and losing by 2 points. So he ain't a bad kid, you know what I mean? It's all learning for me. I'm a young kid, and I fought box well.
Did he feel strong, Dennis? Because all the way through, there's not been a test of strength yet. You've hit people on the chin or in the stomach and they've gone over. This kid seemed to walk through a lot of your punches. Did you feel that he was physically strong?
He was physically strong, yeah. He's a man, how old is he? 32 years of age, you know what I mean? So I hurt him a couple of times. You hear him winching in there a couple of times, a few body shots and that. But listen, it's all learning. You can't knock them all over. And listen, you can't take them all out, and that's it. It's just the way it is, isn't it?
You can't knock them all over. He's only 19.
I think that's the thing, you know. I mean, with the greatest respect, he's still a boy. He's not got man strength yet, and he's grown into that. But he's done everything. Boxed well. He got caught a couple of times just to keep him on his toes. But he's a man, the fella, and he's strong. And he obviously came here and obviously thought he was going to old man him. But he done extremely well. Boxed well. Used his brains. And that's it. It's not about knocking everyone over in one punch. Sometimes you've got to keep chipping away at the wall and that before you knock it down. And he'd be all right. Don't you worry about that.
I'm not worrying about it. Trust me. I know that he will be all right. Now, over the years, let's say 40 years. Why not throw that random figure in? You've had a lot of young kids come through, and they get a couple of big wins, and everyone starts getting excited and comparing them to this and comparing them to that. Is it hard for you, Frank, as a promoter, to keep their feet on the ground, their team's feet on the ground, and sometimes your feet on the ground?
Sometimes my feet.
Sometimes, and keep your feet on the ground when you've got a kid that's flying on and everyone's praising him.
Of course they are, but again, you've got to take in consideration age. They've done the same thing with Naz. He reminds me a lot of Naz when he was younger. His stance, he's got a wide stance and he throws punches from unorthodox angles, and he's just getting a bit more strength. And it'll come. I'm not saying he's weak, but he'll become strong.
Man strength.
Exactly. And I love him. And over the years, you're right. Sometimes you think somebody's ready to move. Maybe it's at the right moment, but it's all about timing.
Yeah.
And hopefully you get it. Like to get it right most of the time. He'll be all right. He's absolutely. I am absolutely confident he's going to be a standout boxer of his generation.
Now that's praise indeed. Dennis, let me ask you this: in 3 months' time, you're fighting him again. How does it end if you fight him in 3 months' time?
Put him to sleep. Take him straight out. No, listen. It's learning. I'll go back to the gym. I know I've done stuff wrong in there, and I'll go back with my trainer Al Smith, Eddie Lamb. And we work on that, you know what I mean? It's all about working on that stuff. Well, forget fight for a title, and I'm fighting a world-class kid. And when you get up there, you got to stay up there. You can't just be there for one fight, can you? You know what I mean? I want to be there. I know I'm going to be there, and I'll die till I get there.
Dennis, you got a lot of people backing you, and you know that. Frank, thank you very much indeed. We're back. I like him. He's a lovely kid.
I just want to say a massive thank you to all my sponsors, all my sponsors at the back there as well, all the way through the COVID. Thank you very, very much.
There's a lot of boxers. A lot of boxers have needed their sponsors to keep them going through the COVID. Some that have been on the show, some that haven't. And we like to do our bit for the sponsors, but we can't name every single one of them. Paul, back to you in the balcony.